The 5 best smokers. Pulled pork, Texas brisket, and fall-off-the-bone tender baby back ribs. What do all these delicious foods have in common? A barbecue smoker. Sure, you can make all of these meats in the oven or a regular gas or charcoal grill, but they taste a heck of a lot better in a real smoker. These devices are specifically for slow cooking and have precise temperature control between 175 degrees Fahrenheit and 350 degrees Fahrenheit. A good one, like the Cuisinart COS 118, available at Best Buy for $149.99, maintains that heat without much intervention on your part. If you have a smoker that's a joy to use, you'll want to use it for everything. Turn a tough pork shoulder or brisket into a tender feast at your backyard barbecue, or fire it up during the holiday season to make smoked turkey. Vertical smokers are also a great way to free up the oven while infusing extra flavor into side dishes like mac and cheese. Once you dig into the possibilities, you'll be outdoor cooking all the time. That is if you have a product that's easy to use. Unfortunately, that's not always the case, especially with inexpensive models. Some require constant fiddling with dials or settings to keep the temperatures even. The problem tends to go away as the price increases, but not everyone wants to drop $600 or more on a cooking hobby. Some high-end models cost over $2,000. Number 5. Pit Barrel Cooker 18 to 1/2 inch Classic Pit Barrel Charcoal Cooker. If you're an experienced charcoal grill enthusiast, you'll love the Pit Barrel Cooker. It takes the idea of the barrel grill and turns it on its side, literally. Barrel grills start with old oil drums cut in half. They weld together to create long grills. Instead, Pit Barrel Cooker kept the barrel shape intact and added a charcoal basket to the bottom. You have a choice when using this smoker. Use the grill grate to place your food up top, or use the rebar hanging rods to hang the meat vertically. The latter provided more than sufficient room to smoke a ton of meat in this thing. We loved its no-fuss assembly. We also loved the large capacity charcoal basket. Sadly, we found it difficult to add extra coals once the grill grate was in place. It also doesn't have a thermometer. This makes it difficult for anyone new to smoking to figure out how to adjust the bottom vent. Finally, without a water pan, our brisket turned out slightly drier than we'd like. Number 4. Weber Smokey Mountain Cooker 18-inch Charcoal Smoker. We enjoyed using the Weber Smokey Mountain Cooker, but a few design features put it out of the running for our top pick. This bullet smoker made of porcelain enamel had everything we've come to love about that style of smoker. Weber Smokey Mountain created a smoke-flavored, moist and juicy brisket without any problems. This is thanks to the 3 adjustable vents at the bottom that allow for easy temperature control. It was the small things that dropped it out of the running. The vents got extremely hot, and we couldn't adjust them without wearing gloves. The unit was also difficult to move around. It's a 3-piece smoker, but the body doesn't clasp onto the cold bed bottom. So you have to take it apart when you want to move it. It also doesn't have any handles, except the handle on the lid, so it was difficult to transport before or after smoking. Number 3. Traeger Ironwood XL TFB 93 RLG. Traeger is as a name synonymous with pellet smokers. It's only natural that the Ironwood XL ranks as our pick for the best pellet smoker on the market. Pellet grills are a great entry into the wide world of outdoor smokers. The actual work they require from you is minimal. There's no need to fiddle with vents to get the temperature just right. Ironwood XL's computer takes care of all the guesswork, and the companion app handles the rest. We appreciate its versatility. It smokes, but it also bakes, roasts, braises, and grills. You can set a watch to the consistent heat it spits out. This is a feature you'll love when it comes to all-day smoking projects like massive briskets or entire sides of hogs. Depending on the size of the piggy in question, Traeger Ironwood XL will be able to accommodate it with room to spare. There's a whopping 924 square inches of cooking space in the grill when you take into account both its bottom and top shelves. Then there's the space-age accoutrements. Its control panel packs a full-color touchscreen display. Ironwood XL's Wi-Fi capabilities talk to your phone to keep you in the loop of what's cooking. It comes with 2 wired meat probes so you can keep a close eye on whatever you're smoking. You never again have to worry if your brisket is underdone or desert dried before you pluck it from the smoker. Its easy clean grease and ash keg make cleanup even easier than it was in previous models. Say goodbye to an unsightly bucket dangling at the side of the smoker. This redesign implements a collection system below the smoker. Impressive as this pellet smoker is, it's not perfect. It reaches the average smoking temperature of 250 degrees Fahrenheit in about 15 minutes. If you're aiming for hotter, make sure there's a chair and a cold drink nearby. It takes Ironwood XL almost 45 minutes to reach 500 degrees Fahrenheit, so plan ahead. Still, if you want delicious barbecue without any of the headaches, Traeger Ironwood XL is tough to beat. Number 2. G-Profile Smart Indoor Smoker. Smoking indoors used to be nothing more than a potential fire hazard. Authentic smoking from the comfort of your kitchen is no longer a fantasy with the G-Profile Smart Indoor Smoker. The quality of the smoked brisket and ribs made in the G smoker are on par with outdoor smoking. The brisket was smoky and flavorful. The pork ribs were tender and tasty. Chicken wings fell off their bone after cooking for about an hour. In fact, everything made in the G-Profile Smart Indoor Smoker cooked perfectly, and quicker than if we made them outside. Its 5 preset options takes the guesswork out of popular smoker favorites like pork butt and brisket. The smoker's large capacity is more than enough to feed a crowd. Have you ever used a smoker that doesn't make smoke? This countertop marvel almost makes you think that it's not operating correctly. That's just the active smoke filtration technology doing its job. The smoke penetrates your food without clouding your kitchen. The G-Profile Smart Indoor Smoker's companion app makes pit masters of us all. It works in conjunction with a temperature probe, so you can keep a close eye on your food right from your phone. Your phone gets notifications once food reaches the right temperature, without the need for constant babysitting. This doesn't come without a few compromises. The machine's digital interface still uses a dial button that comes with a learning curve. Cleaning the oven is no picnic either. Scrubbing gunk and grime from the oven's interior is difficult. Hopefully, the second generation of this smoker comes with a self-cleaning function. Despite its shortcomings, it's difficult to undersell this countertop marvel. It's perfect for barbecue fans with limited backyard space. Indoor smokers are still a new concept, but this is the best one out there, even if it's the only one. Number 1. Cuisinart COS 118. The Cuisinart Vertical 18-inch might not have all the bells and whistles of our top pick, but it's one of the least expensive models we tested, and it still outperformed most of the products we tested. Its classic design is like a bullet. The shape is cylindrical with a dome lid and an access door that leads to the coal bed at the bottom of the smoker. The porcelain enamel water pan suspends directly above the coals. It's wide and deep enough to hold a full gallon of water. The coal bed allows you to bank unlit coals underneath the lit ones, giving you hours of smoke without much intervention. It was slightly shallower than some of the other charcoal models. We tossed a handful of charcoal briquettes onto the fire every few hours, which seemed to do the trick. The smoker maintains a perfect 250 degrees Fahrenheit temperature for the entire 10-hour smoke time. While it didn't have a wood chip bin, none of the charcoal models did. Charcoal smokers don't need one because you can toss the chips directly onto the coals. With propane or electric, the temperature adjusts with the dial. A charcoal smoker is different. It's up to the user to adjust the vents at the bottom of the grill. This allows for more or less airflow to stoke the coals and increase the temperature. The Cuisinart system worked perfectly. Simply slide the latch on the ash catcher at the bottom of the smoker to open or restrict the airflow. Even after hours of smoking, the latch remained cool enough to touch with bare hands. The rest of the layout and design was as well thought out as the temperature control. It comes in 3 pieces that latch together. Combine that with the handles on each side, and it's easy to move around once it cools down. For safety reasons, we don't recommend moving any grill or smoker while it's hot. You also get two 18-inch cooking grates that stack, giving you plenty of room to smoke multiple briskets, pork shoulders, or chickens. It all worked together to create a perfectly juicy brisket with a picture-perfect smoke ring. Considering its price, it was a no-brainer to name the Cuisinart Vertical 18-inch our best value pick.